my name is Reggie and welcome to Media FM. Today we have the producer and director of the short film Gone. So how are you feeling today, Beth?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm actually happy to be here. Thanks for having me on your radio.
Well, let's just get straight into it. So you are the producer and director of the short film Gone, am I right?
Yes, I've done everything by myself. It was hard, but I pulled through.
I could imagine it must have been stressful. But anyway, getting straight into the interview. Um, we've had tons and tons of your fans and our listeners tweeting us, wanting to ask you questions. So we actually have someone calling in right now. So let's take the call. Hello, is anyone there?
Oh my gosh, yeah! Oh my gosh, my name's Nicole. I'm a big fan of you, Beth. Oh my gosh, I've watched all your short films. And oh my gosh, I'm a big fan of your radio station, Reggie. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on the radio. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm very, very honoured. Thank you.
Okay, Nicole, so what's that big question you've been wanting to ask Beth? Now she's here, you might as well ask her.
Well, I wanted to know, how did you use media technologies in the construction and research, planning and evaluation stages of your short film?
Well, I use different media technologies in the construction of my media products and also in the research, planning and evaluation process. The technologies included cameras, computers, editing softwares and website building softwares also. So that I was able to record all of my research, development, my production and my evaluation. I set up a website using Wix. Within the research stages of my media products, I use search engines such as Google. I use YouTube as a way of viewing the clips I needed to analyse the language, media language, narrative, codes and conventions, and representations within my genre. From all the information I gathered, I used it to create my own media product, the main one being my 5-minute film. There's also my film poster and film review. In the development section of my media product, I use computer programs such as PowerPoint and Microsoft Word to make my work and document the progress of my own film and poster. In creating my 5-minute film, I had to construct both narrative and visual development to present my ideas. For the development of my poster, I use the software Photoshop, which is quite common. During the actual construction of my 5-minute film, I used a handheld camera. When using the camera, the shots are smooth and still, and this was due to the fact that I used a tripod to keep the camera steady. For the editing section of the construction, I used a computer program called iMovie. I later began to use Final Cut as it had more effects than iMovie, which I wanted to put in my media product. Once I had found the soundtrack I wanted to overlay onto my film for the ending scene, I used YouTube Converter to download the song and place in iMovie. When making my film poster, I used a Lumix camera to capture the image I wanted for my poster, and then I edited it in Photoshop. I used a search engine, Google Images, to research examples of posters in order for me to produce a good quality, realistic poster. And finally, to complete my evaluation, I initially utilised the software Microsoft Word to write out every question, then move them into different formats such as GoAnimate, Prezi software, iMovie, Wix and YouTube. So I hope that answers your question, Nicole.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much. I'm a big fan and oh my gosh, I just can't believe I'm talking to you. I'm so excited. Thanks for answering my question. Bye.
Thanks for that question, Nicole. I hope you got your answer. That was quite detailed. Unfortunately, Beth has to leave us. She has a busy schedule. Being a producer and all. It's lovely to have you here today, Beth. Hope for you to come back to the studio one day, have another interview maybe.
Of course, I'd love to come here. I love the radio. My fans can call in, ask me questions anytime. Thanks for having me here, Reggie.